A little piece of advice: if anyone phantasmes you,
yeah,
you are so happy. You are just so happy because you are taking that phantasme and you are putting it on top of their deck, and it's gonna do nothing.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Henry, who got a free prize card from YCS Atlanta. How do you feel right now?
I feel really lucky because I had to get really lucky, but also had to. I also had to win this, but I also had to get really lucky. So I feel lucky, but I guess I feel like I achieved something because I did win this. So
yeah, and you pulled a Phantasmic.
Yeah, I pulled Phantasme. I won a regionals. Or regional flight, and I got the Uriah mat, which is like the best one. I got the dice that I wanted, so yeah, everything worked out for me this weekend. And I met a lot of great people too, so definitely a special deck profile for me. Even though I didn't win the YCS or anything like that, I felt like I won the YCS.
Close, you got a prize card.
I got a prize card, so yeah, it doesn't feel too.
And how'd you get that? Like, what you had to do?
What, to get the prize card?
Yeah, the prize
so
card.
basically what you do in day 2, so also never leave after day 1 of a YCS. They have a lot of great things at day 2. And what I did was I entered a regional flight just because I had nothing else to do. I needed my invite. So I got first at that. I played Kamal Crooks from PPG, but he gave me the win, so I can't say that I beat him.
Oh, so nice.
But everything else, I beat 3 other people, and it was really nice meeting them, and I was able to win. So I got my nice mat here, Phantasme mat in the deck box, and you get 3 raffle tickets. So the raffle tickets are redeemable, and you can get something for them. So I actually got like a pen and paper kind of thing.
Okay.
So it was alright for 3 tickets. It's fine. It was kind of cool. It says Yu-Gi-Oh on it.
Yeah.
And then you get entered in a raffle to play in a playoff for a prize card. So it's like
playoff?
Yeah. So you have to play only 2 rounds, and then you win. But you have to be like you have to win to get in.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like a special thing. Actually, JRB Jobber, Jobber himself was actually in the other one.
Oh,
so there's 2 separate ones. Yeah. So there's one where you accumulate points, and there's one you get chosen out of random. So I got chosen out of random. Okay. So I played in the playoff for the random, but I also won the regionals, and I also went 3-1 in the main event. So overall, my record was like 9-1, 9-1 on the weekend. So I think I did pretty well. My team was very nice. I think if I maybe played with people who test a little bit more, maybe I could have gone farther. But they were very nice. We had some kind of close calls, kind of got lucked out of going farther. So, but I got really lucky with this day 2 win. So I'm gonna just give the deck profile and kind of just give my thoughts on the 3v3 format, I guess.
Okay.
So yeah, let's get into it.
Let's see this.
So we'll get into the main deck first. So this is Danger Orcust. So we play some Orcust cards. We play the best one at 3. The low 4 hard power. So this one you can banish from your graveyard to special. What I like to do is you can pitch it off a Nightmare, or you can pitch it earlier on in the combo. So it's definitely a very valuable card. People always DD Crow this card. That was probably the hand trap that I lost to the most, by the way. It was DD Crow.
DD Crow?
A lot of people play DD Crow at this event. It was crazy. I probably want to test with it a little bit more because I think it's very good against the meta right now overall. So, but yeah, definitely the card to Crow. Definitely a card to Ash as well. People Ash the Mermaid, and that's just incorrect, especially if you start with the Sky Striker engine. Because if you start with the Sky Striker engine, you can make a Mermaid, pitch, not Harper, and then your opponent will Ash almost every time. It's very bad. Then you just normal summon the Harper, and then you just go into your combo. It really doesn't matter to the Ash. So definitely always wait for the Harper.
Okay, wait for the Harp.
Yep. So 3 of this card. 2 Orcust Nightmare, the card that you summon off of Mermaid.
That's the craziest card.
1 Skeleton, the Reborn card, and 1 of the Wand, the card that you summon off of the Summon Sword. This helps you recur your banished monsters. You always want to shuffle this off the Galatea. Even if you don't have a target in deck to set off Galatea, you don't have to set off Galatea to shuffle. So every time you see the level 3 engrave, and you don't expect to make a Break Sword play, you always shuffle it back with Galatea to make sure that you always have it in the deck to summon off of the Harp. So, or send it with the Orcust Nightmare.
Oh, thank you for the tip, Henry.
Yeah, no problem. So that's it for the Orcust. We play very minimal Orcust.
Okay.
For the Dangers, we play 3 Danger Nessie, the Searcher.
Yep.
We play 3, in my opinion, the best one, Jackalope. Jackalope just helps you modulate your levels. So in my opinion, it's the best one, and it's level 3 itself, so you can make Break Sword with it. Then I only play 2 TSUCHINOKO. I might have wanted a 3rd, but the thing is, the 3rd, I felt like it wasn't necessary. I felt like I was drawing a little bit too much Dangers. And I feel like people say Dangers is broken, they're all upstarts, they're all really good. But the thing is, to a certain extent, you can kind of get really unlucky and they hit the right ones. and like yeah, free body is really good, but then like it just does nothing after that turn. So I really like 2 in this build, and then I played 1 Chupacabra. It could also be Mothman. I thought Chupacabra was a little bit better just because you got more value out of it. But Chupacabra was really good. It's there for a level 4 in case you get hand trapped and you can't make the level 4 to make the Azathoth play turn 1. And I just thought it was good going second because even summoning the Time Thief going second is also really good.
Yeah.
So Chupacabra was just there to go second as well.
Okay.
So that was it for the dangers. I think that these cards are really good.
Dangerous.
And then we play the Thomas Rose lineup of Phantom Knights. So we play the 2 and 2. Thomas Rose is definitely right about playing a heavier amount of Phantom Knights. You want to be able to send another set of Phantom Knights after your first turn. So when you go second, you can summon a Break Sword, or if you're going second, you can summon a Time Thief, etc. And they come back, and then you can special 2, and then you can make the Time Thief after that. So they're just very good. You go into Bardiche. It's just very, very good card overall. I actually lost 1 game because I ran out of these, so they're definitely really good. I would almost play more, yeah.
Okay.
So probably the best card in my deck was Phantom Sky Blaster. This card was insane. Yeah, there was a play where I had 1 engrave, and this is in the 3v3, the main event. I had 1 engrave, and I had Twin Twisters and 3 Jackalopes in my hand. And I knew he had Called by the Grave set because I activated Dolphin that game, right?
Okay.
So he had 1 set and passed, and because I had a Phantom Sky Blaster in grave, I had to Twin Twister preemptively. He Called by the Grave like Galatea or whatever, and then I just normal summoned Sky Blaster because I knew if I summoned this first, he would Call by the Grave the other one, and I would kind of not have no play. So you have to play this card at the right time, but if you play at the right time, you should have game like almost every single game you resolve this card. So.
OTK time.
Yeah, OTK time. And then you play Triple Connector. This card is amazing for summoning your 2 copies of Aqua Dolphin.
Okay.
So this is the only thing I did a little bit differently. I played 1 extra Dolphin. I think that it was correct. I think that normal summoning this card isn't that bad. You don't really draw multiples of it, but honestly, playing 2 was really good, and I would almost play 3. Just because, because opening this with Engage or Danger is just so strong. It makes your dangers just turn into extenders even more so, and it ripped cards from your opponent's hand, so you know you can't get Ashed. They waste their Valor. The only card it doesn't hit is Impermanence.
Oh, wow.
So you're only gonna lose to 1 card. Like it's pretty good. So I really like this card a lot. And again, I would play more. You can use it for Break Sword, and yeah, there's nothing too bad to say about it. So definitely gonna play that. For the hand traps or non-engine cards, I play Triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. And then I play 3 Pankratops. It's a Thomas Rose build, so I play a lot of going second cards, even for a going first deck.
Kaiju?
It makes 2 Radiant. These cards are expensive. These cards are $7 at vendors. It was crazy. Yeah, I have to pick these
Kaiju?
up. Yeah, for this Kaiju because it's dark. Because the moment you use an Orcust, you can only special darks for the rest of the turn.
Oh, that's
which
why.
I don't really know if it comes up because you're always Kaiju first thing, but I guess it can come up. So
just in case.
Just in case. And but I opted not to play 3 because most of my hands that I bricked were because I was test hitting before the main event. I was drawing like a bunch of these cards with 1 connector or only 1 card to start my play. And I knew if I was building my deck with only 1 card to start my play, I would lose that event because
100%.
you're gonna get hand trapped a lot.
Yep.
So you want to just be able to have as many extenders and opening plays as possible, but still allow yourself to go second. And this Pankratops is really good with Sky Blaster because if you summon it, you can summon Sky Blaster, you get 2 more tokens, and then just go into Nightmares and destroy their whole board. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's also the ultimate counter to the Mirror Match because you special summon this, and if they chain the Phantom Knight, you can chain it to pop their target, which would be the Time Thief.
Yeah.
So they have to make Decode going first.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really good. So these were the non-engine monsters in my main deck, and I move into probably the other best card in my deck, which was Engage. Shoutouts to Kawhi, aka I'm So Angry.
So good.
He lent me this card after he stopped playing his pure Sky Striker deck. I was able to use these for the main event and for all the side events, and hopefully continue to use them for regionals.
My luck to you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really lucky I got to play this card because it really was one of the best cards in my deck. A lot of players who don't ask for how many cards are in my deck, thinking that I'm playing pure Sky Strikers, and they'll ash this, and then I'll just go, sure, I'll make my Mermaid play, and then just continue on my merry way. So this card is very good.
Punish time.
And then, of course, the card that you'll search with it will be the Hornet Drones. Yep. Make sure you never add Engage back with Kagari because you don't put any more targets. That's a mental mistake that I maybe once made and will never make again.
Maybe, quote, quote.
Yeah. So, anyway, the other cards in my deck, I play the rank up. Never side this out going second because the name of the game is if you can't Burrow Sword them to death, you want to just get over their board and then just make Azathoth.
Yeah.
And then Bardish will pop a card, Time Thief will top deck a card, and then you get to make Azathoth and you steal the game from there. Okay. So yeah, the rank up was just very good this weekend. I played 2 targets for orchestrated cards. Okay. I played the Babel and the Return. Some people aren't playing this card. I think this card is absolutely necessary. Yeah. Just because even though it doesn't directly gain you advantage, it kind of does in the fact that you always end up with the Heart Power in your grave for your opponent's turn. So you use the Heart Power to special summon an Orcust Nightmare or the level 3 onto your field on your opponent's end phase, and it also can attack modulate with the Orcust Nightmare because it banishes and changes the attack of a monster, so you can use it during damage step, which a lot of people don't expect. Oh. So, or Orcust Babel is actually just a very skillful card. And then Return, I actually drew this a lot in my opening hand, okay. Where I would just shotgun it and pitch and draw 2, and it wasn't even that bad. Some person did ash this, and then I just made my play anyway, and I won that game.
Wow.
So, yeah. Okay. And then my check choice for the weekend was to Instant Fusion. Ooh. Yeah, so it was kind of funny because I was thinking I had a 15-hour ride on the way down to Atlanta from New York, and I was thinking, you know, a really good extender would be Instant Fusion. Like, why is no one playing that card? So I actually messaged Thomas Rose on Facebook, should I play Instant Fusion? And he said, no, it's like such a bad card. Like, you're going to lose in time. And this card ended up being like the best card in my deck.
Really?
So, yeah, it was really good. Like, because going second, you summon Thousand Eyes and you bait like any kind of interaction they have. And then it's a dark, you can summon mid combo. I did mess up once because I left a Thousand Eyes on field when I was trying to do lethal, and I couldn't attack that turn because so I messed up once, but I could have just linked it away for a unicorn. I would have won that game. But overall, my other 2 teammates won that match, so I wasn't even that.
You got carried.
I got carried.
Nice.
But yeah, this card is really good because going first an extender, it's another monster to summon off Sky Blaster. That's another token, and then going second, it just baits negations, takes a monster. It's really good against Sky Strikers to take their link, and it's good against Salmon Great equally as much to take their link. So it's pretty good. Yeah. So, and then the traps, I played 2 Fogblade and 1 Jagged Brigandine. This was definitely very good because if you get hand trapped, you just end on 2 of these set. Yep. So it's like you're not even getting hand trapped.
Protection.
Protection, because if your opponent's playing with 5 cards going second, you have to play with two interruptions. You know, that's like, it's very hard to play through that and OTK. And then if you don't OTK me, then I'm OTKing you next turn.
OTK time.
OTK time. So then to go through the side deck.
How many main deck cards?
48.
48.
Yeah.
Whoa.
48. It's the exact same amount of cards as Thomas Rose's deck. Yeah. Similar ratios, just 1 or 2 cards different. Yeah. Wow. So shout out to Thomas Rose because it is his list for the most part. For the side deck, I decided to side Phantasme because I just hated how it was dead against your worst matchups. Like you already have such a good Salmon Great matchup, and you already have like an okay Sky Striker matchup, and you have like an okay like everything else. What you don't have an okay matchup against is Sub-Terrors. Thunder kind of here and there, and then any back row deck like True Draco, Altergeist, etc. Any deck that could play like Rivalry or something like that. So I played Phantasme because I thought it was really good against like matchups it was already good against. So it was pretty good. And I played 1 Jizukiru, just a bigger kaiju to gain more attack with the Burrow Sword. I was gonna play a 3rd Radiant, but then I thought playing 2 different ones would be kind of cool because then if you draw different ones, you could special like attack over the other. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good in theory. So I only played 4 side deck monsters that weren't from the extra deck. I played 2 extra deck monsters in Trisbania and Black Shepherdcorn. So yeah, since I decided to play Thousand Eyes very last minute, so I decided to side Trisbania because it was the card I made at least. And I only made it against side deck matchups. So it made sense to side this out of any of the other cards. And then this is just for time. So
are you siding these cards?
Yeah, I did side these cards in a lot actually. And I never made this because I usually killed them sooner than I needed to. But Trisbania, I might have made once. So yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Then I play triple Twin Twisters, obviously for back row decks. Triple Call by the Grave because you play a lot of going second cards. So when you do choose to go first, you want cards that are good going first.
Call by the Grave.
Call by the Grave. And then just triple red reboot. Obviously, you want to stop everything. I actually started this against Orcust.
What?
So
Why?
yeah, because arguably they need the trap to go through this card to make their combo, right?
Yeah.
So I actually did draw this against Orcust once, and it would have stopped my opponent, but the problem was I was in time, so I choose to Phantasme and then shuffle this card back. But if it wasn't in time and it was like in game 1 or game 2, I would have definitely stopped this combo and I would have won that game.
Okay.
So it definitely is good going against those decks, similar to how it stops the Rongo deck.
Yep, that's true.
So anyway, for the extra deck, as aforementioned, 1000 Irish Restrict, very good, except don't leave it on the field during your battle phase.
Don't do that.
For the Nightmare package, I played 1 Mermaid, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, 1 Unicorn, and then going into the other cards, I played 1 Kagari, 1 Galatea is a very good card. You bring it back a lot of times. You make Boral Sword with it. Space Insulator, I played this because it's an effect monster, and it's only like rank 2 that can use tokens, and it has an effect. So yeah, you can make the 2 Sky Blaster tokens or like a Sky Striker token into a Space Insulator, and then use a Space Insulator to go into Boral Sword.
Okay.
So yeah, or Decode Talker. So then we played Summon Sword, Decode Talker. If you're not playing this, you're not playing the deck right because you need to play around Twin Twisters and Pankratops and everything else that targets. This is so good. If you open up one extra extender, you have Decode, because what you do is instead of sending the boots off of the Shea Brigandine, you send the cloak, you banish the cloak, search the boots, you special the boots, and then you use the Summon Sword, the boots, and the extra extender to go into Decode Talker. So it protects your Azathoth play. Okay. Yeah, so you have that. The Decode, and you have the Shea Brigandine, obviously the most used card in the extra deck, and then the Boral Sword, obviously, to steal so many games, it's crazy. So any deck that can play Boral Sword, I think, has such an edge because you can just steal games. Yep. And then for the XZs, I played 1-3, 1-4, and 1-5. Obviously, these 2 cards are for the combo. This card's insane. Break Sword. If you're not playing this card, like, I don't really know what to say. Shout out to Elias for telling me to play this card. It's really good because you summon 2 level 3s, you summon this, you pop itself, you pop another card, you bring the Phantom Knights back. You also pop a card with Rusty, and then you overlay the 2 level 4 Phantom Knights because they come back level 4. You overlay this, and then you could top deck another card, doesn't target. Also with this little piece of advice, if anyone Phantasmes you, you are so happy. You are just so happy because you are taking that Phantasme and you are putting it on top of their deck, and it's gonna do nothing. So it's like, yeah, they draw 1 card because they only Phantasme for 2, but then you're gonna top deck another card. You're gonna top deck like the Phantasme. So it's really like it's not doing much. And then obviously the Azathoth might get banned. It's just so great. It's so like good. It's an auto win against Salamangreat, auto win against Thunder, auto win against the Mirror. So yeah, it's really powerful card. So anyway, guys, that's it for the deck profile. But what I want to say is that I had a really good time with 3v3, and why I had a really good time was because of the fact that I met 2 people. Both of my teammates were people I didn't know yet. I advertised on Facebook if anyone wanted to play with me, and both people were very last minute. Someone drove down from North Carolina just to play on my team, and we ended up like going to the aquarium after the event. We went out to eat. It was such a great time. I rode down with 15 guys from the New York, New Jersey area, and we stayed in an Airbnb together. I didn't know a lot of them, maybe 12 of them, and we ended up becoming really good friends. So yeah, shout out to Rodrigo, shout outs to both Phils, shout out to Charlie, shout out to everyone who was on that, Femi, everyone. Shout outs to Elias, my friend, for introducing me to how good Orcust are, for going first and second. I used Thomas Rose's list, so congratulations to him on winning the YCS Dusseldorf and getting me on a similar list. And big shout outs to Con Calez was here. Con Calez was here is the dueling book duelist. Con Calez was here. Was the dueling book duelist who proved to me why card for card this deck is like completely the best deck, and he like is a very good player. And shouts to him, and shouts to Kawhi for letting me engages. Everyone who gave me cards. I got this beautiful Matt and CQ for letting us do the deck profile. Thank you, CQ. And lastly, Konami for giving me this oh so pretty prize card that I will hold off selling for a little bit, but probably end up selling for a very large sum of money. But anyway, it's Henry. Subscribe to I'm So Angry.
And you have YouTube too. What is it?
Draco Backpack Sack 22. I'm gonna do a video on the same deck profile, so if you want to see the same thing twice, you can watch that. I'm So Angry is where it's at. So check out the glasses, check out the sweatshirt, all the new merch that you got going on, and it's a very cool tournament experience. So thank you very much.
Bye.